It's week 4, and we've got an NFC North showdown. The Bears are looking for their 6th win in their last 7 games against the Lions. But we've got 2 new quarterbacks under center. The action is right around the corner on EA Sports.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his throw is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Dancing to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Fields now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Williams. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Swift. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A throw complete to Dorsett. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Justin Fields at quarterback gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now Fields.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Michael Brockers continues to bring leadership to the table as well as stout play in the interior. Traded to the Lions back in March after 9 seasons with the Rams. 5 sacks in 2020, the most for him since 2013.
And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they come out and reestablish the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. To try again after the sack.
Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Now it's gone.
He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
To throw is Fields.
Lets this one rip toward Graham. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Goff. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Throwing on third, Goff. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On first down, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, Goff. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff going for it all. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Goff. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Seibert's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Here we go.
So we have reached halftime with a visiting Lion. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trey Flowers picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 29, Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw is gone. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Here's Cohen now to return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Williams loses the football.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions offense set to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Goff. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Down right around the 25. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Goff. Complete to Bryant.
And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Goff.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 2nd down now, Swift trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Here's Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Goff now looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Flush to his right. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
So now Fields and the Bears
down by 13. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Able to complete it to Montgomery.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Now Fields. And that's caught by Williams.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Fields on third down. Pass complete to Robinson.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Throwing again is Fields. Fields to the veteran Robinson for the Chicago first.
That's caught at the 25. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Fields.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead will shrink to 6. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football.
And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards.
And there it is, Brandon, taking a knee. They get their first win of the season. They're now 1-3. And I remember when a 1-3 start meant you didn't even talk about going to the playoffs. Nowadays in the NFL, you still got a shot.
Yeah, and a big difference between 1-3 and 0-4.
I think they're going to practice really well next week, riding this momentum of this win.
about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Underway in Buffalo. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. An option handoff given to Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Five yards remain on second down.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. Rolling to his right. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
2nd and 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. On 4th down, the rookie Presley Harvin on to punt for the Steelers. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And no team got after the quarterback quite like the Steelers did last season. They led the NFL in sacks and quarterback pressures, and there's another one right there. This Pittsburgh team, always known as Blitzburgh.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. This is brought in at the 21. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Jordan Poyer, the league's leading tackler among safeties last year, in to make the stop.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing here, Dobbs.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And the Eagles out in front early. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they run with Harris off the option.
Come on, bring it,
Call
baby.
it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Cleveland and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen and Beasley with it over the middle.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Here's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 30 yards there. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 yards remain for second down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Now Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox from 19 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. An option handoff given to Harris. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Back to throw Dobbs. Flush to his right. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he finds Beasley, complete. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability. Not
only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now a give to Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. They'll roll him out right. He hits Beasley right side. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. Allen now looks to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from the 1. A final shot before half for Allen. He'll bice, and he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox as time expires in the 1st half. And the Bills will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Here's a pass now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On first down, Allen. And that's complete to Sanders. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen rolling to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That is caught. It's Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Cole Beasley, 26 yards.
And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Dobbs. He finds his target, Ebron. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Dobbs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. 5. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Dobbs is throwing. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the handoff, this is Breida. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 43 yards. And the Bills are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The football will come out. To the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Downs. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
The Steelers on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side to Eric Ebron.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Dobbs looking to throw on first down.
Pass complete to Harris.
And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
On first down, Dobbs to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
To throw again on second down. Dobbs. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing here, Dobbs. And that will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.